Final spiritual war. Your destiny is under attack. Archangel Michael is fighting for you, but he needs one signal from you. Don't scroll. My beloved child, listen closely, because what I'm about to reveal is not just a message. It's a spiritual alert from the heavenly realms. The war that was spoken of in the scrolls of time has already begun. This is the final spiritual war. The air you breathe, the thoughts you fight, the heaviness that presses on your spirit. It's not coincidence. It's the battle between light and darkness for your destiny. Archangel Michael, the defender of divine order, is already in position. His sword of blue flame is drawn, cutting through layers of deception, breaking ancient strongholds that have tried to cage your purpose. But here's the truth few dare to say: he cannot finish this battle without your signal. Heaven respects your free will. Your yes to light, your agreement in spirit, is the code that authorizes Michael's intervention. You've been feeling strange attacks lately: confusion, restlessness, sudden delays, relationships collapsing without reason. These are not random storms. They are spiritual distractions sent to keep you from recognizing this moment. The enemy fears your awakening because when you align with heaven, your destiny starts to roar like thunder. Michael has been whispering to your soul, trying to get your attention, through dreams, through sudden chills, through repeating numbers, through divine timings that make no sense. Every time you almost gave up, that inner surge of strength wasn't just motivation. That was Michael's presence saying, "Stand. You are not alone." But right now, he needs one signal, one clear sign from your heart that says, "I choose light over confusion. I choose faith over fear." When you say this, heaven registers your soul's alignment. The war around you begins to shift in your favor. Hold on. This next revelation will change how you see your entire season of struggle. What if I told you that every delay you faced was actually divine preparation? Keep watching, the mystery is about to unfold. Type "I stand with light" in the comments if this message stirs your spirit. Lesson code 444 has just been activated for divine protection and alignment. Dearest heart of light, there is something sacred unfolding in this very hour. The veil between the seen and unseen is thinner than ever before. Every vibration around you carries the echo of heaven's battle cry. You might not see the swords clashing, but you feel it. That sudden heaviness when you wake up. That strange unease before something good is about to happen. That quiet whisper saying, "Pray now." Those aren't coincidences. They are spiritual signals. Archangel Michael is closer than you think. He stands in front of you, wings blazing with holy fire, guarding your path. Every time you were about to fall into despair, he raised his shield before you. But the darkness has changed its tactic. It no longer tries to frighten you through obvious attacks. It now whispers through fatigue, distraction, and hopelessness. That's how destinies are quietly stolen, not by loud storms, but by silent surrender. Michael wants you to remember who you are, a chosen vessel of divine light. You were never meant to live under fear, confusion, or defeat. You carry a crown of fire, an identity sealed by God Himself. The heavens are saying that this is your turning point season. The pressure you've been feeling is not punishment. It's spiritual labor. Something is trying to be born through you, but the darkness has been resisting at birth. That's why you've been facing so many sudden challenges: emotional instability, financial struggles, people turning against you, opportunities vanishing just when they were close. Yet Archangel Michael whispers, "Do not fear." The enemy fights hardest when your victory is closest. Right now, as this message reaches you, a divine alignment is forming. The angels are adjusting the atmosphere around your home, cleansing it of energies that have been draining you. You might even feel a sudden calm or warmth as you listen. That is the sign of divine presence. But remember, heaven's power moves when you acknowledge it. Your agreement is the spiritual key that unlocks protection. When you declare, "I receive the light," the angels strengthen their ranks around you. Before you move away from this moment, take a deep breath and sense what's shifting. You are being pulled into a new reality where your name will no longer be connected to pain, but to power. What's about to happen next will confirm that Michael is not just watching over you, he's fighting for you. Stay alert, because in the next revelation, the hidden truth about your destiny's enemy will be exposed. You'll want to hear this before it's too late. Type "I receive the light" in the comments if this message is resonating in your spirit. Blessing code 558 has just been released to strengthen your divine shield and restore your clarity. Child of destiny, listen carefully, for this is where the veil lifts, and what was hidden in darkness begins to come to light. The true reason behind your recent battles is being revealed now. There has been a spiritual interception over your destiny. Every delay, every disappointment, every sudden loss was not just a random series of events. It was a calculated move by dark forces who fear the rising of your divine assignment. You see, when heaven marks a soul for greatness, the underworld takes notice. And right now, you are that marked one. You are chosen for impact, chosen to carry light into the dark corners of this world. But that very calling is what triggered the war. Archangel Michael has been stationed by your side since the day you were born. He has fought unseen battles for your mind, your peace, and your future. But recently, a new order has been released in the spirit realm, an activation of warrior angels. They stand, waiting for a single signal of agreement from you. Because as powerful as heaven is, your free will remains the gate. Until you say yes to the light fully, the war remains in pause. But when you say it with faith, your words become swords. The vibration of your voice sends shockwaves through the unseen, and every demonic power holding your progress begins to crumble. Can you feel the shift already? That strange heaviness lifting off your chest? It's the power of alignment. When you believe, heaven moves. Michael's sword is not just a weapon. It's a decree of victory. He has already seen your ending. He knows you will win. But now, you must step into that knowing. Speak victory, even when you feel broken. Declare peace, even when everything shakes. Because faith is not pretending that nothing hurts. It's knowing that even pain will serve your purpose. This is why your signal matters. When you raise your voice and declare your faith, Michael's light multiplies. The forces that have been surrounding your home, your work, even your relationships, they lose access. You begin to attract divine connections, open doors, unexpected favor, and supernatural restoration. The spiritual war that once targeted your destiny becomes the very catalyst that launches you higher. Before you scroll, pause and listen to your spirit. There is a voice deep within you whispering, "This is my moment." Yes, it is. Something divine is stirring right now, and you are part of it. Hold on, because what you are about to hear next will expose the hidden plan of the adversary, the reason why your name was under attack, and why Michael has stepped into the battlefield on your behalf. You will not want to miss what comes next. Like this message if your heart feels it. Share it so someone else's battle can be won. Comment your agreement and subscribe to stay under this divine covering, because this mission is not entertainment. It's warfare for souls. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you know this word is for you. Blessing code 777 has just been activated. May every chain break as you declare it. Now, before we move forward, I want to speak directly to those whose spirits are stirred right now. This message is not just a story, it's a mission. When you support this divine work, you're not helping a channel, you're helping heaven reach more souls who are crying in silence. Every offering, every seed, every act of generosity becomes light that pushes back darkness. The Bible says, "He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed." When you give, that verse comes alive in your life. I invite you, from the depth of this calling, to stand with us. Use the super thanks or become a channel member, and if you feel led to sow directly, the PayPal link is in the description below. This is your moment to be part of something eternal. When you give, it is not a donation. It is a prophetic act that says, "I will not let darkness win." As you sow, I decree that the windows of heaven will open over your life, releasing divine protection and overflow. Stand in the light, and let your giving become your warfare. Beloved Spirit of Light, as this revelation continues to unfold, feel the stillness within you. That quiet stirring isn't ordinary emotion, it's divine confirmation. The spiritual war around you has entered a critical phase. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword, and the heavens have recorded your alignment. Your yes to the light has shifted the balance in the unseen. But with every awakening comes a counterattack. The forces that once whispered to you in confusion have now begun to panic, because you are no longer an easy target. The moment a soul awakens, darkness trembles. Now, let's uncover a mystery most people never see. The enemy rarely fights you where you are weak. It fights you where you are strong. Have you ever wondered why your greatest talents attract the heaviest warfare? It's because the area of your gifting carries heaven's signature, the very code of your destiny. If you are a speaker, the enemy attacks your voice. If you are a leader, he attacks your confidence. If you are called to heal, he attacks your heart. But Michael says, every wound will become a weapon. The very thing that hurt you will soon release healing to others. The pain that once silenced you will become the trumpet of your testimony. Right now, a divine reversal is taking place. The storms that were meant to drown you are becoming the waters that lift your ark higher. You may not feel it yet, but the ground beneath your feet is shifting. There is angelic movement around your atmosphere. Some of you will sense warmth in your hands or an unusual peace wrapping around your thoughts. That's the presence of Michael's host, confirming that the war is turning in your favor. You are stepping into a timeline where what once worked against you will now start to work for you. But listen closely, this is crucial. You cannot fight spiritual battles with physical weapons. This war is won through obedience, through surrender, through words of light. When you speak faith, you activate power. When you praise through pain, you summon angels. Every prayer you whisper in faith is a beacon that calls Michael to your side. This is your moment to stop worrying and start declaring. You don't need to understand everything. You just need to agree with heaven's plan. Before you move away from this message, pause and breathe. Feel that inner assurance rising. It's the sound of victory approaching. What's coming next is not a repetition of your past. It's a new chapter written by divine hands. You are being prepared for restoration so complete that even those who doubted you will stand in awe. But before that glory unfolds, Michael wants to reveal something shocking. The hidden hand that's been moving behind your setbacks. It's not who you think it is. Hold on, because the next revelation will uncover it. Type "I am ready" for WAR in the comments if your spirit resonates with this truth. Blessing code 909 has just been activated for divine reversal and supernatural victory. Child of awakening, this is the moment where the unseen becomes visible. The light of revelation is about to fall on the one thing the enemy never wanted you to know. You see, the greatest attacks in your life have not come from obvious enemies. They've often come through people, places, or habits that appeared harmless. The enemy hides behind familiarity because it knows that betrayal from the outside can hurt, but betrayal from within can destroy. Archangel Michael has been showing you signs, trying to expose these hidden influences, sudden unease around certain people, dreams that carry warnings, inner conflict that feels spiritual rather than emotional. These are not coincidences. They are indicators of divine discernment waking up within you. In the courts of heaven, your name is being spoken. The records of injustice written against your destiny are being reviewed by the angels. There have been seasons when you cried, "Why me?" not knowing that your pain was evidence of your calling. You are a carrier of light, and because of that, darkness has invested time, energy, and deception to keep you silent. But now, Michael has drawn his sword of truth. Every mask, every false alliance, every draining energy in your circle is being revealed. The spiritual fog is lifting. You are about to see who has been standing with you in light, and who has been shadowing your progress in disguise. Do not fear what is being exposed, for exposure is mercy. Heaven does not reveal to shame. It reveals to free. The people and energies leaving your life at this time are not losses. They are deliverances. When the wrong leaves, the right can finally find you. And though this process might sting, Michael whispers, "Let go," for the war cannot be won with the weight of the past on your back. You are entering a new alignment, one where loyalty will match your purpose, and where your connections will be ordained by heaven rather than convenience. The light of Michael is fierce but loving. He is not only a warrior but also a guardian of truth. His sword doesn't just destroy, it divides. It separates what is good from what is corrupt. That's why you may have felt pulled away from old patterns recently. Music, environments, conversations, or habits that once comforted you now feel draining. That's not guilt. That's spiritual maturity. The closer you get to your divine purpose, the more your spirit rejects what no longer serves it. Take this as your sign. You are being set apart for something greater. The discomfort, the distance, the discernment, all of it is divine preparation. And the next revelation will show you exactly how to respond in this season, so you don't lose your peace amid transition. Before you leave, remember, every shift in the natural world starts in the spiritual one. What happens next in your atmosphere depends on how you respond in faith right now. Wait for what's coming, because it carries the blueprint for your restoration. Type "I walk in truth" in the comments if your heart bears witness to this message. Blessing code 1212 has just been released to cleanse your path and anchor you in divine clarity. Chosen vessel of light, your journey is now entering the dimension of divine revelation. This is the stage where every hidden pattern begins to reveal its purpose, and every wound becomes a window through which light shines. Archangel Michael stands before you with his sword glowing brighter than before, for your awakening has called forth a greater intensity of heavenly presence. The war for your destiny is no longer about your past, it's about your future. The enemy doesn't attack what's behind you, it attacks what you're about to become. That's why lately you've felt a pull in your spirit, a restlessness that cannot be explained. It is not anxiety, it is divine movement. Your spirit senses the shift even before your mind understands it. Heaven is preparing you for something extraordinary, but for that, the battlefield must be cleared. There are strongholds in the unseen, thoughts, fears, and old emotional patterns that act like spiritual anchors, keeping you tied to cycles you have outgrown. Michael is now dealing with these strongholds. You may feel moments of deep reflection, sudden tears, or even old memories resurfacing, not to torment you but to cleanse you. Every time you forgive, every time you release, the sword of Michael strikes down another chain. Your freedom is not coming. It's already being written into the fabric of your reality. There is a powerful message flowing from heaven right now. Stop rehearsing the pain. Every time you revisit your past in guilt or regret, you reopen wounds that angels are trying to seal. The energy of your future cannot occupy a space filled with echoes of sorrow. The war is not outside you, it is within. That's why the greatest victory is not won through control but through surrender. Michael fights for those who trust the light even when they cannot see it. When you say, "Let your will be done," you hand him the key to your battle. This next phase of your journey requires quiet faith. Not every storm demands a reaction. Some storms exist only to test if you will maintain peace amid chaos. Heaven watches how you respond, not just how you pray. When you choose peace in turmoil, you demonstrate mastery over darkness. That's when Michael's army moves swiftly, for faith in silence is louder than fear and panic. You might notice divine patterns increasing, numbers, colors, signs, and synchronicities aligning with your thoughts. These are confirmations that your path is aligned with heaven's frequency. You're being tuned, refined, prepared. The energies that once drained you are losing their grip, and your spiritual authority is expanding. You are no longer the one being chased. You are now the one commanding the atmosphere. And soon, Michael will reveal the strategy of victory that ensures your destiny cannot be delayed again. Hold on to this moment. Feel this shift. Something powerful is about to break in your favor. The next revelation will reveal what heaven has written about you since before you were born, and why this war was necessary to unlock it. Wait for it, because the truth will set you free forever. Type "I trust heaven's plan" in the comments if this word is igniting your spirit. Blessing code 303 has just been released, carrying peace, release, and divine acceleration for those who believe. Warrior of light, the heavens have recorded your endurance. You have stood through storms that were meant to silence you, yet your faith refused to collapse. This is the point in your journey where purpose begins to meet manifestation. Every tear, every unanswered prayer, every sleepless night is being gathered and transformed into strength. Archangel Michael now steps forward not just as your defender but as your messenger. He brings with him a scroll, a divine revelation written about you before time began. On this scroll is the truth of your destiny, a truth so radiant that the shadows of confusion cannot withstand it. Heaven speaks. You were never meant to live in delay. You were meant to reign in purpose. Every challenge you faced was not rejection but redirection. You were being trained, refined, and prepared to carry authority in the spirit realm. That's why life seemed to push you to the edge. It was divine training, not punishment. Michael's warriors only rise from the ashes of their surrender. You have already proven your resilience, and now heaven is ready to restore what was lost in multiplied measure. In the realm of the unseen, new doors are being forged for you. Not opened, forged, because what is coming has never existed before in your life. The kind of opportunity that cannot be explained by logic but only by divine timing. This next chapter of your destiny carries restoration so vast that it will make sense of everything that once broke you. That heartbreak was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to shift your foundation, preparing you to build on truth instead of illusion. The losses you endured cleared space for something eternal. Michael's sword glows with blue fire as he declares over you, "Rise, beloved." The battle has been long, but victory has already been decreed. The chains around your mind are breaking even now. The weight that's been pressing on your chest is lifting. Many of you will feel an undeniable calm as you hear this, as if the air itself has changed. That is the confirmation of divine alignment. The angels are surrounding you, sealing your atmosphere from interference. Your name is being announced in the courts of heaven, and favor is being released with your signature upon it. But be alert, because right before your breakthrough, distractions will come wearing familiar faces. Old patterns, temptations, or memories will try to pull you back into old vibrations. Recognize them for what they are, final attempts to keep you from stepping into full freedom. Michael says, do not engage. Keep your eyes on light. Your silence will speak louder than your reaction. When you choose peace, the darkness loses its grip completely. Before you move, take this moment in stillness. Feel the light moving within you, cleansing, resetting, renewing. The next revelation will show you how to guard your destiny from ever being attacked again. It will teach you how to live as one who has already won. Stay close. This is where your story begins to shift forever. Type "I rise in light" in the comments if your spirit witnesses this message. Blessing code 1818 has just been released, unlocking strength, renewal, and divine expansion for those who stand in faith. Beloved child of the eternal light, the heavens are opening even as this word reaches you. The air around you may feel different, as though something unseen has shifted, and it has. You have crossed a threshold few ever reach. The war that began as resistance has now turned into refinement, and Archangel Michael stands not only as your protector but as your instructor. His voice echoes through your spirit. Guard what has been entrusted to you. The victory is not just about surviving attacks, it's about learning to reign in peace. You have been delivered from chaos so that you can carry divine order. This is the moment to understand that every spiritual battle you faced was training for authority. Heaven is not looking for perfect souls, but for prepared ones, those who can carry light without letting pride dim it. Michael whispers that the enemy's greatest tactic after defeat is subtle deception, to convince you that peace means nothing more will happen, so you drop your guard. But peace is not the absence of war, it is the mastery of it. You now stand as one who knows how to discern. When darkness approaches, you will sense it before it manifests, because your spirit has been sharpened by warfare. In this season, your words have power beyond measure. The vibrations you release through speech shape reality. When you speak fear, fear forms. When you speak faith, light multiplies. Michael reminds you, guard your tongue, for it is your sword. You are no longer called to simply defend. You are called to command. Angels respond to declarations aligned with heaven's truth. That's why your worship, your prayers, your affirmations are more than rituals. They are codes that direct celestial forces. The same way your heart believed for victory, now your words must sustain it. Speak only what you want heaven to amplify. Some of you are feeling the weight of transition, like you're between two worlds, no longer who you were but not yet who you're becoming. That in-between space is sacred. Heaven often writes destinies in silence. Don't mistake stillness for stagnation. Michael is clearing your spiritual atmosphere, reordering your steps, and ensuring that what comes next will not be stolen as before. The very forces that once opposed you will now serve your advancement. Every delay is turning into design, every rejection into direction. You are walking beneath open heavens. Hold steady, for what's about to be unveiled will equip you to sustain this breakthrough. You will learn how to protect your destiny from the subtle return of old energies. This next revelation will be your manual for spiritual longevity, ensuring that the victory you've gained remains unshakable. Stay with this message, the best is yet to be revealed. Like this video if you feel this divine movement stirring in you. Comment your agreement and share this message so that another warrior of light may awaken. Subscribe and stay aligned with the flow of heaven, because every word spoken here is sent to strengthen souls across the world. Type "I walk under open heavens" in the comments if your heart resonates with this truth. Blessing code 5555 has just been released, marking a season of sustained favor and spiritual mastery. Now, listen closely, because this next invitation is holy. When you choose to support this mission, you are not funding a channel. You are fueling the expansion of divine light across nations. Each seed sown becomes a beam of spiritual fire that pierces through confusion and awakens hearts. As it is written, those who sow in tears shall reap in joy. That joy manifests when your giving becomes worship. I invite you, yes, you who are hearing this word, to be a torchbearer of truth. Partner with this divine movement through super thanks, channel membership, or through the PayPal link in the description. Every act of generosity is a spiritual decree that says, the light of God must go forth. As you sow, may your life overflow with divine provision, healing, and unshakable peace. You are not just giving, you are building heaven's army on earth. And as you stand in that obedience, I declare open heavens, multiplying grace, and Michael's protection surround you this very hour. Beloved one, the heavens bear witness that you have crossed the veil of confusion and now walk under a mantle of understanding. This is the realm where revelation becomes reality. You are no longer learning about spiritual warfare. You are living as one who carries the authority of victory. Archangel Michael now walks beside you as a friend, a mentor, and a commander. He has seen your tears. He has recorded your faith, and he stands ready to escort you into divine dominion. The energy around you may feel lighter, almost as if a new air is moving through your soul. That is not imagination. The old vibration of fear has been broken. You are breathing the atmosphere of heaven now. But listen carefully, because this is where many lose their way. After a season of intense warfare and deliverance, the heart can grow weary. The body craves normalcy. The mind seeks rest, and the spirit can become passive. That is why Archangel Michael warns, guard your victory. The moment you assume the battle is over, the enemy looks for small cracks to re-enter, not through attack, but through complacency. The devil no longer roars at you. It whispers. It tells you that prayer can wait, that discernment is unnecessary, that you've done enough. Those are not innocent thoughts. They are strategies meant to dull your flame. Heaven says, stay awake, chosen one. Every blessing released to you must be stewarded through consistency. The power that fought for you now seeks to flow through you. Michael is not fighting just for you anymore. He is fighting with you. Your role has shifted. The same light that once protected you now emanates from within you. This is why your energy feels sensitive to chaos. Why you can no longer tolerate certain atmospheres or people who drain your peace. Your spirit has ascended. You are now functioning at a higher frequency, and that requires discipline. You must feed your light through truth, prayer, and gratitude daily. In this stage, divine responsibility is your armor. You are no longer merely surviving battles. You are commanding territories. The sound of your voice carries influence beyond what you can see. When you intercede for others, angels move. When you speak life, darkness recedes. That is the sign of a spiritual general rising in power. Heaven trusts you now because you have been refined by pain and proven by persistence. What was once a fight for your soul has now become your ministry of light. Take a deep breath right now and let this settle in your heart. You are no longer in the valley of warfare but standing on the mountain of revelation. The next message that flows will reveal how to use your newfound authority to heal others, to restore those still trapped in the storms you overcame. Stay connected, because your purpose is about to take on a shape that will surprise even you. Type "I am a light bearer" in the comments if you feel the fire of confirmation burning inside you. Blessing code 6363 has just been released to seal your victory with spiritual authority and divine clarity. Faithful warrior of the Most High, the moment has come for you to understand why heaven has preserved you through so many storms. Every trial was never meant just to teach you survival. It was to equip you for service. Archangel Michael now speaks clearly into your spirit. The victory you've gained is not just yours to keep. It is yours to release. The energy that once protected you must now flow through you to liberate others. You were rescued so you could become a rescuer, healed so you could become a healer, delivered so you could become a deliverer. This is the divine cycle of light. The same fire that once surrounded you now burns within you, and it seeks to illuminate the lives of those still walking in darkness. Many souls around you are secretly at war, fighting silent battles they cannot even describe. They smile outwardly, but inwardly they are breaking. Heaven is calling you to become a vessel of encouragement, a voice that carries divine peace wherever you go. When you speak words of hope, you do more than comfort. You awaken dormant angels around them. Michael's command is clear. Release what you have received. Do not hide your testimony. Every story of survival, every answered prayer, every moment of grace is a spiritual weapon. When you share it, light travels through the unseen world, cutting through despair in hearts you may never meet. But understand this: the call to influence is also a call to integrity. The greater your light shines, the more darkness will attempt to distort it. Guard your humility, for pride is the back door through which spiritual corruption enters. Remember, Michael himself is mighty not because of power, but because of obedience. He never acts outside divine command. The same must be your posture: strength in surrender, confidence in reverence. The world may glorify self-reliance, but heaven honors those who depend completely on divine guidance. You are not being elevated for attention. You are being positioned for intercession. As this truth anchors within you, something begins to transform in your energy. Old fear dissolves, and divine certainty takes its place. You no longer need to chase answers. Revelation finds you. You no longer beg for validation. Your spirit itself becomes proof of divine favor. Michael stands behind you now, his wings spread wide, shielding your mission with celestial authority. Where you go, he goes. The very atmosphere around your home is being restructured so that peace dwells there permanently. You are not walking into your future alone. Heaven is accompanying your every step. Feel the silence right now. It's not emptiness, it's confirmation. You've reached the point where your destiny begins to unfold outwardly. The next message will unveil how to sustain your new role as a vessel of healing, even when resistance tries to return. There's one more layer of revelation waiting for you, one that will finalize your transformation into a true light bearer. Stay with this, for what's about to be revealed will mark the beginning of your spiritual legacy. Type "I am a vessel of light" in the comments if this message speaks to your spirit. Blessing code 717 has just been activated to release your healing anointing and divine influence across your path. Child of divine destiny, the light within you has now reached a new frequency. You are standing at the gate between completion and commission. The angels have gathered in silence, for this is not just another message, it is a divine induction. Archangel Michael's presence surrounds you even now, not as a distant guardian, but as a companion who has fought beside you and witnessed your transformation. Heaven is saying, The battle was never meant to destroy you. It was designed to reveal you. You are no longer being defined by your pain. You are being announced by your purpose. Look back for a moment at what you have survived. The heartbreaks that once silenced you, the nights that stole your peace, the seasons where you questioned if God still saw you. All of it has been woven into a crown of endurance. Every scar on your soul has become a signature of divine craftsmanship. Michael speaks through the stillness of your heart. You were forged in fire so that no flame could harm you again. The one who once trembled in battle now carries the authority to command legions of light. This is why your sensitivity has increased lately. You're not becoming emotional, you're becoming prophetic. You feel the shifts of heaven before they manifest on earth. The Father has written your name in the record of overcomers, and the pages of your story are being turned by angels. There is a chapter unfolding right now, one marked by restoration, influence, and divine wisdom. You are being prepared to carry words that heal, actions that inspire, and discernment that shields others from deception. The world needs your light, not in perfection, but in authenticity. Your wounds are now holy. They tell the truth that deliverance is real. This is what it means to be chosen. Yet even as this glory rises, Michael warns of one final test, the temptation to forget who gave you the victory. Remember, divine power flows through humility. The moment you try to control it, it fades. Keep your heart anchored in gratitude. Speak with authority, but serve with compassion. Let every action point back to the source of your strength. For those who stay humble in glory will rise beyond limitation. The more you yield to light, the more heaven entrusts you with. You are stepping into the season where your presence will change atmospheres. When you walk into a room, peace will follow. When you speak, heavy hearts will lift. When you pray, things will move in the unseen. You are not becoming powerful, you are becoming aligned. That alignment makes you unstoppable, for no darkness can resist a soul fully surrendered to divine purpose. Take a moment now to let this truth sink deep into you. You are the living proof that heaven still intervenes, that light still wins, and that no destiny surrendered to God can be stolen. The next revelation will seal your transformation and release the final decree of blessing. Stay close, for what comes next will not only affirm your calling but ignite it into eternal motion. Type "I am anointed for purpose" in the comments if this message resonates with your soul. Blessing code 9999 has just been released, activating your divine identity and sealing your future in victory. Beloved, the heavens rejoice as you reach the closing of this divine revelation. What began as a war for your destiny has transformed into the unveiling of your divine authority. You have walked through shadow and flame, endured silence and storms, and emerged as one clothed in light. The entire spiritual realm recognizes your awakening now. Archangel Michael stands before you with his sword lowered, not in surrender, but in honor. His mission concerning your awakening is complete, yet his protection continues without end. The war that once raged around you has become the foundation upon which your purpose now stands. This is the truth hidden in all your battles. You were never merely being attacked. You were being shaped. The pain you endured was the chisel of heaven, carving strength into your soul. The loneliness you felt was divine separation, setting you apart for something that could not be built among the ordinary. Every unanswered prayer was not denial but timing. Heaven waited for your spirit to mature enough to handle what was always yours. Now the time has come. You are not just delivered, you are commissioned. You are the light bearer, the living testimony that darkness does not win. Michael speaks now with finality and tenderness. Walk forward with peace, for the war is not over for the world, but it is won for you. Guard your light, for it is now your weapon. Speak truth, for your words will cut through deception. Carry compassion, for it is stronger than the sword. And above all, never forget, heaven moves when you believe. The angelic hosts echo this decree, surrounding your life with divine fortification. Every step you take will now be guided by a celestial rhythm. Every choice that aligns with light will multiply blessings beyond your imagination. You have become a conduit of divine flow. Through you, peace will travel, healing will rise, and hope will be reborn in hearts that have forgotten the sound of faith. Yet remember, this is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of your influence. The world awaits your light. There are souls crying in silence, waiting for someone who carries what you now hold. You have the authority to lift, to heal, to awaken. Do not hide what heaven has entrusted you with. Stand boldly. Speak life. Pray without hesitation. Wherever you go, know that Archangel Michael walks with you, ensuring that no shadow touches what God has redeemed. You are a guardian of truth now, a beacon against despair. As this message concludes, breathe deeply. Feel the stillness that wraps around you. It is the peace of completion. The battle that once terrified you has transformed into the platform that will announce your purpose. You have reached the divine threshold, and the voice of heaven now declares, "It is done." From this moment forward, you are not just protected, you are empowered. You are not just chosen, you are sent. Carry this flame and let it never dim. Like this video if this word has stirred your soul. Share it to awaken another heart trapped in darkness. Comment your faith below and subscribe to remain under this divine covering. For each message released here carries a frequency of deliverance and light. Type "I am sent for light" in the comments if your spirit receives this final decree. Blessing code 1444 has just been released, sealing your journey with divine power, clarity, and eternal protection under Michael's wings. And now, to all who have felt heaven move through these words, hear this final invitation. When you give toward this mission, you participate in heaven's expansion. Your offering becomes an extension of your warfare, a flame added to the altar that never goes out. Each act of generosity is a declaration that light must continue to speak in a world drowning in noise. As Scripture says, "Give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." This is not a metaphor, it is a law of the Spirit. I speak to your heart now. If this message has spoken to your life, join in the divine mission. You can sow through Super Thanks, channel membership, or the PayPal link in the description below. Every seed you release becomes a shield, not only for this ministry, but for your own household. As you give, may the oil of overflow touch every corner of your life. May unexpected provision, unshakable peace, and divine acceleration find you swiftly. You are not giving to a voice, you are giving to a vision, one that exists to awaken souls, ignite faith, and spread the eternal message that light always wins. Go in peace, child of heaven. The war is over. The light has triumphed.